culture and conversation. Hey, culture and conversation with James and Lim. Mr. Bird. That's right, James and Lim. Mr. Brown. Hey, culture, conversation.
Welcome to another episode of Culture and Conversations with your hosts James Morrell and Lemuel Brown. We're excited today to be speaking with none other than the CEO of the DFW Mass Legacy Choir, Glenn Robertson, and one of the co-directors of the marketing department of the choir, Thomas McPhee. Join us as we discuss the present and future of this magnificent choir. The website for the choir is www.dfwmasslegacychoir.com. Here you will find pertinent information regarding membership and upcoming events. Listen in as we will be
stepping into a new era.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to Culture and Conversations. I'm James and this is Lim. Today we have with us the CEO of the DFW Mass Legacy Choir. We could almost call him Papa because we are all in this choir. We also have with us Thomas McGee, who is
Close. McPhee.
McPhee. I'm sorry, I renamed you.
I get that too. Yeah.
But at least I didn't say Magoo or something
Right.
like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Thomas McPhee. What is your position in the administration of the choir?
What is it this week?
Right.
I am the director of marketing, co-director of marketing along with Katrina Dawson, and also the director of media television.
Awesome.
Of the choir.
Awesome.
That name is familiar from the radio media, Evan 97.
Everyone knows Katrina.
Yes.
Katrina,
the lady with the voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Glenn, welcome.
Nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it is. This is great. This is like a long time coming. We've been trying to get this together for like I said, we're all in the choir, and this is all about love and about love and appreciation for gospel music, and appreciation for choirs, and appreciation for legacy, and so. You can feel free to expound on legacy, like
redefining legacy.
Yes.
To me,
expound on that.
legacy to me means basically when you start something, you want to make sure that it continues.
Right.
Right. And so to continue, you have to establish. You're building a legacy, and you're building the legacy with intent of basically eternal. With me, my Robertson family, we had a lot of preachers, singers, musicians, and then as I got older, people were thinking, hey, you're going to be a preacher, you're going to be a pastor. And when my music career started, I told people, I said, well, I love who I am, but I want to establish my own legacy as a musician.
Yes.
And so that's what I kind of think about legacy, is just establishing something that's going to continue.
That's what makes you an original. When God has made us all indifferent and given us special gifts and talents.
Yes.
I may not have the same talent that you do, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about that is that we want this to continue.
Yes.
Because choirs is like the industry of choirs took a hit for a long time, and so there were no choirs.
Right.
There are very few choirs.
Right.
And we do know that I think the 90s was probably the big time for a lot of choirs.
Yeah.
So, but this choir, we know, is coming back in a very strong way.
With a vengeance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're capitalizing and reaching a new generation.
Right.
That's what I've noticed from the 90s and to the point of this era that you've creating that you're starting to reach out into the community
Yes.
and doing more ministerial work, not just a community choir, but a ministerial work
Yeah.
within the body of Christ, within the community,
Right.
and which is a good thing because you just don't want to be just another choir. You want to do something that's going to impact some people's lives.
Right.
Like you may be going to the neighborhood and see an elderly person that needs their grass cut. And this is when the ministry comes into fold. So that make this choir much different and special.
Right. You know, it's ironic you mentioned that. When we were nominated for Homegrown and we won Community Choir of the Year,
Yes.
a lot of people kind of took offense to that. It was like, but you keep saying we're not a community choir. And I had to explain to them that, to me, there's two different things. You have this community choirs that every weekend they sing at somebody's musical, church musical, they're constantly going. And I've stressed to everybody that's not who we are. But then when we won Community Choir of the Year, we took it as, okay, that's based off of the things that we do for the community. And it's such a big difference.
Yeah.
What you do for the community, then
That makes a bigger impact.
yes, exactly. And that's the ministry part right there.
I can think of
great.
one thing that I don't know, you may want to expound on some of the things that has been done in the community. One thing that the choir did that I was so impressed, I wasn't able to make it to that was when you sang for one of our choir members who was in a nursing home. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes.
I thought that was
Ioma. Ioma was one of the original members of DFW Mass Choir. And when we established DFW Mass Legacy Choir, she was with us, but she had become ill. And this past December, January, that's when she was in the nursing home. And she was always communicating with us through Facebook Messenger. She was always connecting with her. So we had decided for Christmas that we would go visit her just to visit, and that was our first time seeing her. And she didn't know we were coming.
That was a divine purpose. That was spirit-led, God directed.
Yes,
And because not shortly after that, she succumbed and demised.
and that was in January. And a couple of weeks after, we decided, when we went to visit her, the manager of the facility asked if we could come back and sing for all of the patients. And we were like, yeah, we'll do it. And so we went back to sing for her, and it was on a Saturday. And I think that Tuesday after that, God called her. So, all we talked about was how she cried because of joy. We have pictures on Facebook where she was in the
Why don't you start crying? 'Cause I'm seeing it welling up in you.
Well, she wanted to shout. She wanted to get her last shout, and she asked me and Patrick to come pick her. When she was calling for us, we did not know what she was wanting to do, but she wanted us to help her stand up so she can get her last praise. And
Oh,
then
wow.
2 days later, we got the phone call that God had
That
called.
was
2
God
days
directed.
later.
And the thing is, we miss our blessings sometimes just by being disobedient and
Right.
not adhering to the Spirit of God and what He's calling us to do.
Yes.
Ministry is what we should be doing. That's the reason why. Not just for a sound.
Yeah.
That's the reason why.
Right. Right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's great to be a part of a choir, and you don't have to do community things. It's like being part of a church.
Yeah.
Because you have a good time at a church.
Yeah.
And you go and get your fix, get your little Band-Aid on and go on about your business.
Yeah.
But when that choir, that church, that ministry ministers to other people, now you're part of something.
Right.
So
Goes back to your theme. Recording is what we do. Ministry is who we are.
So say that again. Say that again. Recording
is
what we do. But
Ministry is who we
are.
Yes.
That's a great caption.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was we got that phrase from Karen Rabb, our executive assistant. We were in a meeting and we were just talking about some things that were coming up, and she just blurted out. She said, "Well, y'all know recordings are what we do, but ministry is who we are."
Bam. Right there.
Yeah, and all of us was like, "Whoa, wait a minute."
That's your director.
Yeah.
And see,
Who said that?
that's
Karen-
your director.
was Karen?
Karen
Yes.
Rabb.
All right, Karen.
Yes.
So I have a question for you. Recently, you just completed, we just completed
We
Voices of Tomorrow.
yes.
And so we want to talk a little about Voices of Tomorrow that was just done and just kind of tell what that was about. Why did we do that?
God had spoke to me last year, and He said, the whole ministry part, the whole legacy part is, He said, you can't establish a legacy unless you bring in the younger people. And I knew that all of these schools had choirs, but when you think about schools, you think about sports, think about marching band, things like that, but nobody talks about the gospel choirs. And so I reached out to a friend of mine at the principal at Lincoln High School, and Lance Williams, and Thomas and I went to visit him and told him, hey, we would like to do this concert. Basically to help the school, not about us. And that didn't fall through. But then when it didn't, God said, no, that didn't fall through because that's not the one I wanted you to do. And I had met the choir director at DeSoto High School, Nate Callahan, the choir director at Pimento Middle School in City Hills, Deron Brooks. I had already connected with them, but when I found out that they were teaching these choirs, I was like, well, let's reach out to them and see, let's do this concert to help promote what they're doing.
Right.
And we got in touch with them. They said they wanted to do it. We also Jarvis Christian University. They were there. Paul Lawrence Dunbar out of Fort Worth. They were there. And then, of course, the Sons of DFW, which are 3 of the sons of the DFW Mass Legacy Choir. So we was like, okay, let's do this and show people what these kids are doing. And it was, people are still talking about that concert.
So we call it the Voices of Tomorrow. Is it
But we're using the
first
people.
Voices of Tomorrow?
Right?
Because
Well, it's the generation
Is that
of today right now. And we need a positive influence for our young people.
Yes.
Because the world is in such a turmoil, and they're being influenced by those negative things that they see and hear.
Exactly.
But so no, why not go back to the basics and give them make sure they have the foundation
Yes.
of the Christianity world.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's positive.
Yeah.
I believe if you continue to be around negative things, that feeds into your spirit. So if we're dealing with the kids and from a spiritual connection, on a positive connection, that's what's going to feed into them, and it will build them.
Yes.
We want to build them,
Yep.
make them strong in the Lord.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of our children, they won't always hear what we say, but they'll mimic everything that we
Right.
do. So
Exactly.
if we institute positivity,
Right.
and come on, let's sing this gospel song here. Let me tell you why you need to sing this and what this means, and then you impact them also with some biblical word.
Yes.
And explain that word to them. That's one thing I like about DFW. We have Bible study.
Yes.
You need to know why. You need to know your why.
Your why.
Know who you're singing about, why you're singing.
Right.
Right. When you mentioned about negativity, if you look, there's always something negative about the younger generation. Facebook, it's all over Facebook. Some of the schools that were in the state championship, that weekend of those games at AT&T Stadium, you heard more about the fights in the out by the pavilion than the games that were going on. And I was like, well, that's all people are seeing. People are talking about these kids need help, but nobody was doing anything. Right. So I was
That's
like, well,
that's where God has brought you. That's because I see you reaching out to the youth.
yes.
Well, I think you're right because I think what we don't talk about a lot of times is what's wrong with this generation. And nobody wants to say this, is the generation before
It's
them.
the generation before.
Right. That's the problem.
Exactly.
And that then we've sat back and we've complained and we've compared and we've said that the young people, we've talked about them.
Yeah.
not realizing that we're the source.
Yes.
Well, they come from our homes. And
Exactly.
if we don't teach them,
Yeah.
and we have to not just teach them, but we have to teach them about our history. You have to teach them about why it's important, and even connecting music. Like a lot of churches have gone, I'm just going to say it, CCM. They've gone to that style, and they're losing what that essence,
foundation.
that beautiful gospel sound. So I appreciate the fact that we just and the kids, they sang beautifully, didn't they? We got some amazing school choirs. We were like, wow.
So I mean, the good thing about that too is they are, of course, in schools.
Yes.
So their directors is teaching them and giving them their foundation. So they know that they have their teachers who are inputting their into them, pouring into them. But it's good to have that reinforced with a choir, a recording choir, nonetheless, that is coming behind those instructors and reinforcing what they've been told. Sadly, like has already been discussed, they don't have that same push or that support from maybe the community outside their families.
Well,
but
see,
to
all
have
of us
this,
came from a different era.
Right.
We came from the era where the teachers, look, we had to get it. They call the parents.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
We got in trouble
Yeah.
someplace. The neighbors, they were the community
Right.
that got us,
right.
that pulled us back.
Right.
Yeah, so it takes you
And
back
that's what
to the choir, the
raising the
legacy, establishing a legacy, but also, as Glenn said, also have something to pass the legacy on to. It's like a family.
Right.
You have your parents and the legacy that they, or the things that they instill into their children, it goes on from generation, passed on generation to generation. Yeah.
You know, Nate Callahan, the director of DeSoto, after the concert, she came to me and she said, Glenn, I need you to do something for me. She said, I've been teaching these kids about how to get to that next level all of these years. And she said, the biggest impact that y'all are having just by reaching out and intertwining with the kids, interacting with them. She said, these kids are looking at y'all and they're saying that all of a sudden somebody who has been on that stage where we're trying to get them to, she said that was such an impact. They looked at us like, wow, they've been there, but they're here with us.
Yeah.
And she said that meant so much for
And then bringing them on stage at the end.
Yes.
So they're up there with us.
With us.
And we saw them looking at us
and
like.
they knew that classic song.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was going like, whoa,
Yeah.
they knew it.
Yeah.
Recently, the DFW Mass Legacy Choir did a major recording.
Yes.
And congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And most people there will hear a polished product. What's something raw, imperfect, or unexpected that happens during a live recording that probably changed the energy in the room?
One of the things one of the things that that's different, I've always been a kind of a musician that I love the live recording over the studio recording, because studio, everything is scripted, is precise.
Yes.
But what you don't get in the studio that you get in the live recording, you get that natural emotion.
When that spirit
The
kicks
spirit
in, oh
kicks
my
in.
God.
Yeah, we were this close.
Yes,
We were this close.
yes.
Yeah, and I'm not going to
Like Jeremiah
talk
said, it's
about
like
what
fire.
happened,
I know. Don't talk about what happened.
yeah, I don't want to talk about what happened, but yeah, we were close. But that's what you look for. And with this recording, I've been in a few where we did have to stop once in this one, and I'm still trying to figure out why we stopped. I still don't know. The one time that I felt like we did, that we should have stopped, we didn't. There was only once.
Yes.
That I feel like we should have stopped, but we went through it. But it's just that raw emotional. Like I was telling the choir about the experience God gave me when we were learning No One Like You.
Yeah.
And that is so. When I tell you, it was a true story. God, He took me in an out of body experience because of that song, and He put me in the church that we recorded at. Lights out. I'm in the balcony, and the choir singing, and that one lady stood up in this vision.
I'm getting chills.
That
Stop
one
it.
Me too. Because listen, so talk about that song. When we sing that song in rehearsal, first of all, y'all don't know, when we have rehearsals, it's not like really rehearsals. It's like
Church.
these people love coming together.
Yes.
We've had, our rehearsals are on Monday nights. And so sometimes we have had hard days on Monday. The weekend was bad. And we're like, most people
It's
be
a
like,
release
oh,
time,
I
like
can't.
Sunday morning. It's a release.
Yeah, they can't. Most people would not want to go to rehearsal on Monday night. We look forward to it.
Yeah.
So when we sing that song, there was a point I remember a couple of times where the sopranos, I think we were either sitting or standing, and the sopranos hit that note, and they were hitting it like monuments.
Yeah.
They stood up, and you just saw the expression on their face.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of ministry out of looking at people's face and expression while they minister. So I feel like they mean it, but every time.
Yeah.
It's just one of those.
That one, this I've been in several, and this recording was different.
Yeah.
It was different.
I've heard that from other people
It
too.
was different. Yeah.
So this recording and what the choir has been doing has prompted a lot of awards lately.
Yes.
So I know there was the Avidity Awards, I'm saying it right? There's what are some of the other awards that we have been involved in and that are coming up?
The first one, as I mentioned, was the Homegrown Honors Award, which was special because that was our first time. And we had just come off the recording when I found out that we were being nominated for it. And it was kind of funny because when I received the nomination, I sent a message back to the person. I said, hey, can y'all take us out of that community choir category? And he was like, okay, we'll do that.
But that was not God's plan.
Exactly.
Because you're in the community and you're doing ministry in the community.
Yeah. So
that's a difference.
And that's true because what a lot of people don't know, we were actually in two categories. We were in community choir, and then I think the other one was large choir or something like that. And I tried to steer the choir to the other one, but when we were sitting at the ceremony, and they announced the nominees, and they started showing all the videos, and they said the winner is. I was just sitting up there looking at the screen, and the monitor was right here. This is how I wasn't even. I'm looking on the stage, but when they said the winner is DFW Mass Legacy Choir, and I saw it, and everybody on this side turned around and looked at me, I was like, oh.
You didn't think you were going to win.
I didn't.
Wait a minute, you didn't know you were Beyonce at the time? Everybody looked at you like, you won.
I had no idea.
Then you were lost for words. For real.
I was totally, because I was not prepared.
People recognize the work. They recognize the spirit behind it. They recognize the hard work and the professionalism of this choir. Yeah. The fact that we have a legal team, the fact that we have a marketing team, the fact that we have people a prayer team. We have, we can go on and on.
Teachers.
It's not just a bunch of people getting together to sing.
Ministers team.
But I guess there is no recording choir category. So
no. Well, the closest to it, the award, the ceremony that's coming up on Facebook this coming Friday, the Sound Awards.
Sound Award.
They're doing a virtual
Trumpet Awards.
Yeah, no.
That's the one we're up for next.
Yes, that's this coming Friday. We made the top 5.
Hey.
And when you mentioned the record choir, when I received the nomination for that, it was 35. And I'm looking at this whole list, and I saw
Chicago Mass,
Tennessee Mass, Kevin Davidson. I saw all of these, and I'm like, okay, well, we just go see what's going to happen. So we put it out there, and then I got a notice you're in the final 20. I'm like, okay. What? Chicago was still there, Tennessee was still there, Kevin Davidson was still there.
Man. I know you're not. Go ahead.
And so then I got you in the top 15. Like, oh, wait a minute. So we put it out there again. The next one, they said you made the top 10. So I'm looking at this list. Tennessee is still there. Chicago's still there. Kevin Davidson. I said, okay, this is getting interesting. Then I got the email, you made the top 5, the top finalist.
Okay,
And,
DFW, I need you to go out there and vote.
Vote.
Support
Vote, vote,
DFW.
well,
Yeah.
Support.
here's the thing. So this coming Friday, we've done all the voting. So now it's in the hands of the panelists.
Panelists.
And so this coming Friday at 7 p.m. on Facebook, the Sound Awards will be announcing the winners of each category. So everybody, please, this coming Friday. So
Yeah.
we're top 5. And so what I did, I changed that. I'm like, okay, when you're looking at Chicago, Tennessee, Kevin Davis, and all these other choirs, so this is not just community, this is national community.
Yeah.
And I started calling it that. This is national. And like you mentioned,
There are levels to recording choir. First of all, there's local, there's regional, then there is another one in between there before you're considered national.
Yeah,
And so we're at that level now
we're at the level.
of
Yes.
national.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know. Next is worldwide and global.
The international.
International.
and
company.
then international, yes.
Well,
So-
the choir already has an international presence right now.
Right.
So
Huge.
there are international countries that our music is being played and streamed. So we haven't officially did the big international type of thing,
Yeah.
but our music is played internationally.
Yeah.
One other award, we just found out the Texas Gospel Excellence Music
yeah.
Awards for 2027. We've been nominated for that. I got the email the other day. So now we're voting for that now. This is in
So say that again. The Texas
Texas Gospel
Gospel Excellence
Excellence Award.
Music Award.
Music Award
Where is
2027.
that held? Is that in Houston?
I think it's
Houston?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
My hometown.
Yeah. So we're nominated again for community choir.
And don't we have some choir members that are some people in our
Yes,
choir that
this
are
is-
nominated
this-
as well?
I thought
Oh,
I saw
yes.
Randall.
Randall Chambers, one of our tenors, he's nominated for choir director of the year
Something like that.
and
Male
male vocalist.
soloist.
Soloist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then Paul Jackson, our director.
Hey,
choir
hey,
director,
hey.
he's nominated for choir director of the year.
Nice.
And our assistant director of choir business, Eric Tutson, is nominated for musician of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we-
there's Paul
Come on
Jackson
now.
there.
That's
There's
what
Paul.
I've noticed about, and this is what I need the Dallas people is to get behind their artists
Yes.
that they have.
Yes.
Because I noticed that, and I'm not just bragging on Houston or anything, but they'll get behind their artists and support their artists.
Yeah.
And we've got to support one another and push one another and
Yes.
encourage one another.
Exactly.
It's not all about
Right.
you know, if you got to support one another.
Yeah. We have a very, very strong relationship with the family. Very strong. I'm texting them all the time, every time, they're texting me, so we're talking. And then Myron Butler, who was at our last rehearsal promoting his concert.
Yes.
Myron is, that's part of our family. His project, he's doing a live recording on June 20th.
Okay.
And so we're pushing that
Symphony
too.
Center. Is that the Symphony Center or
I-
AT&T?
AT&T.
AT&T?
Yeah.
Okay.
AT&T.
Yeah, Dallas, we need to all support each other.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so I mean, it's in the choir's name, DFW. So that's the entire Metroplex. So
Exactly.
we're not just thinking about Dallas or Fort Worth. We're trying to encompass the entire Metroplex
Exactly.
because, like I said, it's being a part of the community. So we do want the community to feel like they are a part of the ministry and want to be a part of it in any way they can, whether it's a choir member or just supporting sponsorship, whatever the case may be. We want to make sure that we are open to the entire Metroplex community.
And we are open for people to sponsor the choir.
Oh, yes.
Always.
Financially.
Yeah,
Oh,
always.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
And we are still accepting new members, right?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Okay.
That, when we were preparing for the recording, we had to shut it off because at that point we had to start focusing not so much on new members coming in. We had 10 songs we had to learn,
Right.
and we didn't want to have to keep teaching.
Teaching them over and over.
Yeah, the
Right.
moment we finished the recording, we've opened it. So yeah, we are definitely accepting new members.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I think it has just been an amazing journey so far that we are, that people, so many people have attached themselves to us and love this choir. And the album's not even out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything you want to tell us about the album?
Oh,
Like, what you
boy.
want to tell us about what's coming up next?
We are in the studio. We begin our studio work, preparing for the session. The whole road for the recording was such an experience.
Yeah.
It was a lot of pressure because of the 10 songs that we did. I actually had to pick 8 of them myself because, with my music staff, everybody has their own churches. And so as the people were sending me songs, it got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm telling the choir we're getting ready to do this recording, so we can't be preparing for recording, but at rehearsal we still rehearsing over the old stuff. I got to start pushing this new music out there. And so I would get this song and I would sit back, oh, I don't know if they could do that one. And God would say, but you won't know until you put it out.
Come on now. Come
You know.
on now.
And
So, are you accepting new music from writers outside of DFW?
yes, I'm actually getting ready to announce all your songwriters, let's go ahead and start working on the music for the next one.
Come
Because
on now.
I don't want to, because once this one comes out, we're expecting we're going to have to be traveling. But I don't want to go through the phase like I went through this time where as we're preparing, songs are coming. Anybody with a song, hey, go ahead and send them to me. I do have a few people, James, who have lyrics. They just I'm preparing for that as well because now we have the freedom. On the last one, we didn't have that freedom because we was constantly having to learn these songs to get for the recording. Now we have the freedom. Hey, I got some lyrics. Send them to person.
So y'all look at my face. I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready. I got my stuff
Yeah,
ready.
yeah.
So
Yes.
no, I think that's beautiful that you are opening up for more people because now people know that who we are, and because how long have we even been in existence? It's just been a couple of years.
3 years.
Wow, amazing. And that album is on its way.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think that's great because I think and it speaks volumes to you as far as the spirituality, the songs that were chosen. Because we're all like, it couldn't have been no other song. These are the songs that have to be out there. And it's because those songs minister to us so much.
Yeah.
And so it's easy for us to minister,
That was one of the things when I would listen to them, I'm like, the song is ministering to me. I mean,
Yes.
when I tell you God refocused my whole music thought process.
Yeah.
Because I had to, as a musician, as a drummer, I love funk. I love up-tempo.
Yeah.
But he took me out of that and said,
Yeah.
you have to listen to these because these songs have to minister.
Yeah.
And I want you to listen to it first and then put it in front of the choir.
Yeah.
And that's
And I know that there's some songs that your grandma's going to like.
yes.
There's some songs that
Yes.
your grandkids are going to like.
Yes.
There's some songs
This is
that
what I really
Yeah.
love about you being a part of putting all this together is that musically there is going to be something for everybody on this project.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And I was in radio for 11 years, and when I would get back then it was CDs.
Yeah.
I'd get the CD and I had to review it.
not 8-tracks.
Not 8-track, but I got some of those. I would have to review the entire package. First of all, they wanted me to put the songs that they wanted in rotation.
Right.
And thinking about my musical format that I had going on, I had to make sure that it fit my format. But overall, I had to listen to the whole project,
Right.
give them a review, whether it was a record company or an independent artist, give them a review. I look at the CD and I said, oh, who did this cover? Oh.
Yeah.
But then in the inside, it was wonderful music and vice versa. And then I had to listen from 1 to 3 to see if the music sound the same. They just changed the word.
Yeah. You know, and that's one of the things. When we started talking about the project, I told everybody, I thought about the mega church, and the reason I thought about the mega church because the mega church has multiple choirs. I said I want to take this project, put it in a mega church, and force that minister of music to say, "There's a song on here for every choir that I have." I knew I could. I knew the smaller churches. I'm like, yeah, we got them. We got what they want. But my challenge was the mega church. So the project has, like you say, I don't care from your child to your grandmother. We got something for them.
Yes.
One thing about this legacy choir, it's bringing the choir back to the choir stand.
Yes.
And that's what I'm loving.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, I love all facets of music. I like some of the CCM music, but there's nothing like that good church sound.
Sunday morning. Sunday morning.
You know, and we talk about community. The thing is, it's unity. The fact that we are together, that togetherness, and I have to say, for Black folks, is everything.
Oh yeah.
You know, because we were kept from being unified and together in so many different areas. So when we would sing, even back in the slavery time, that unity, that conversation, that thing that was coming forth
Right.
was far deeper than anybody. You can't get rid of that.
Right.
So when we come together on any level, to sing and to do things like this, so powerful that I think it would be just catastrophic to lose it, you know? So I want to know too, this is 2026, 5 years from now would be 2031. What do you see for this choir in 5 years?
In 5 years,
Also, Thomas, for you, same question.
you want to go first?
In 5 years, wow. I think create a strong foundation now to spring into the future. So I can very well see some of the kids that were part of the Voices of Tomorrow being choir members.
Yes.
Even some songwriters, some of them may even be musicians that would be a part of that. But I do see this choir being kind of a forerunner in the music industry as to the new blueprint of recording choirs. Because again, you know, every choir should be involved in ministry. So it shouldn't be just about, you know, we're going to get this recording out now, get as many downloads and streams and hits that we can, but what we're doing to bring up a new generation.
Yeah.
So I think in the future that this choir will be known for creating that new mindset for the industry of creating legacy, not just for me, but what can we do to make sure that this is in good hands when we can't do it anymore.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great.
You know, kind of piggyback off of what Thomas said. At the Voice of Tomorrow concert, we did get a new member that joined after that, and then there was a young lady from Jarvis Christian had on a white dress when we were doing "I'd Rather Have Jesus." There's videos of her just ministering how, and we were just looking at the energy that she had, you know, and Eric Tutson is an alumni of Jarvis, so we actually were able to get in touch with her. And we told her how much we appreciate her energy. You know, she's from Beaumont, but we was like, hey, if you're ever in Dallas, move to Dallas. We want you, you know. And she was like, hey, if I come that way, I want him. She said, because I'm seeing what y'all are doing.
Yeah.
And so that part right there, to keep that going.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
We got to
that
make
going.
an impact.
Got to make it. Yeah.
I think it's great, and I think I'm so blessed to be a part of this choir. And you already know that I appreciate this choir. And there's anybody got anything bad to say? Don't come to me, because we really are on the move, and things are going well, and God is right in the middle, just the way it should be.
Yeah.
So I want to thank both of you for coming today.
you.
I want to thank you for this. This time to talk. Last thing that you want to say? You want to let anybody know before we wrap up?
I'll just say, get ready, because our plan is what we captured on August the 9th. When this project comes out, we want the world to experience that same thing.
Yeah.
That's the plan, and keep supporting us.
Yeah.
We're here for the community. We're here for the people,
Yes.
and y'all just we appreciate everybody's
It's never
support.
been about us.
Never.
It's about him.
It's about him. Yeah.
Thomas, you got any last words?
Yeah, just kind of piggyback of what Lim has said earlier. We are in the community, so we want the community to come and be a part.
Yeah.
Give us the support in whatever areas that you can, whether it's a member, a helper, whatever the case may be. We're open to individuals to be a part, because we are here to minister to the community and our surrounding areas.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I will finish up by saying you all ain't seen nothing yet. This has been awesome. So thank you so much for joining us today on this section. Stay tuned when we talk to Avis Lavon.